Hi, I'm Graham and welcome to Man vs Film. This is going to be a Blu-ray review for Cure. Cure is directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. It is a serial killer thriller along the lines of Seven, that type of ilk. It came out in the late 90s. It's a movie that I had never heard of until it came out in the Masters of Cinema collection, and it was something that I was really curious about after seeing the trailer. It just intrigued me with the whole look and aesthetic of the movie. The movie takes place in a rather decaying Tokyo. It's always shown like barren, large landscapes, places that are run down, and it's about this detective Takabe who is investigating these series of murders that he's just struggling to link together. Everybody's been killed in a similar fashion, or mutilated after the fact in a similar fashion, with a cross that runs from here to there. And these people who have committed the crimes have all been caught. They've all been spoken to, investigated, and they all tell a similar story. What they did just felt right at that moment. They feel horrible about it after the fact, but they admit to doing this murder. They say it was them. They knew what they were doing. It just felt right, and they did it. And you have this guy trying to investigate something that you're never quite sure how he's going to link together. But there's an obvious connection here. Then we kind of jump to another story of this amnesiac who doesn't really know anything about himself, where he is, what's going on, and just almost without emotion just potters through the world into talking to other people and finding out more about them than actually does about himself. It's a very haunting movie, very atmospheric, and one of these movies that gets under your skin with this weird ickiness that something's just not right here. And it's down to the filmmaker's way of shooting things and the fact that he has an extreme lack of score. There is nothing throughout this movie. There's no music at all. Some at the start, a little bit at the end, but other than that, there is absolutely nothing here. And it creates a sort of mood all by itself by having nothing. As movie watchers, we tend to attune to the certain things that they have. There is musical cues that lets you know how to feel. It pushes you in a certain direction. Sometimes it can be manipulative. Sometimes it can just lead you into what is actually working with the movie. Here, there is nothing to guide you along the way. There is nothing to let you know how you should be feeling or thinking about a certain scene. You're left with your own thoughts, and that can be a troublesome thing on its own. You have these murder scenes throughout the movie that are shot in a very distinctive style. It is without emotion, without any kind of rage, anger, premeditation. It is just somebody going about a task as if it is something like taking out the rubbish, going shopping. They just, murder somebody. And it's done with these kind of static cameras that just show people just walking up, clubbing somebody over the head, shooting somebody, and then mutilating them. And that itself is extremely disturbing. Without the score and without the rage or the emotion, just somebody just going about these tasks, it really does start to get to you. You're wondering what the heck is going on, and you start to wonder all the way through the movie, or I was, whether it's supernatural or whether there is somebody behind this. And even when you start to go, oh, I think I know what it is, the main character does exactly the same thing. There was one scene where I went, oh, it's definitely this is happening. Next scene, the main character does it, and you're like, well, wow, that's kind of early on. Surely maybe I'm wrong then, because you're not used to the main character figuring things out like this as early on as he did. And the movie doesn't give you real solid answers at the end of it. It leaves you questioning what you saw, what is happening. Is there something supernatural behind this? Is there a character that is behind this? It plays with sort of emotions and various things as well. We have Takabe, whose wife seems to have some kind of mental breakdown throughout the movie, or she's been having that, and she's struggling to come to terms with just general life. She's struggling to get through it, and he is struggling to deal with that as well. Then we have the amnesiac, who's constantly in the movie, who really just seems odd. The way he talks to people, he can ask a question, instantly forget the answer, and he's almost asking the question a moment later again, which seems to infuriate people. It seems to anger them. But there seems to be a kind of banal nature to this guy, but a deep-seated nefarious aspect to him. And he seems extremely threatening in his lack of emotion energy. He kind of potters along. His arms dangle by his side. His head can barely hold up. He is kind of floating through the world, and he looks non-threatening, but at the same time he feels extremely threatening. It's hard to describe without actually seeing the movie itself. It's shot with a very colourless palette. It's almost drained from the screen, and it seems to get more like that as the movie goes on, as it becomes bleaker and bleaker to the ending that we never really suspect is coming, but kind of fits in with the storyline. Man, I could keep going on about this movie. I found it fascinating. I found it something that really got under my skin. It was something that I was sitting up fully engaged with and couldn't take my eyes away from the screen. I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know what was going to happen next. Some of the scenes were just downright shocking. There is possibly just one moment of gore in the movie. The rest is all implied, but you don't need to see anything else because of the way it is implied. It affects you more. I think Cure was fantastic. It's a terrific movie, and a great transfer again from Eureka on this Masters of Cinema collection. You've got a couple of featurettes on this disc as well. We have a sort of interview with Kurosawa when he made the movie. We've got a little bit of a retrospective one as well after the fact, where he's talking about the sort of impact that this movie had, and we have an interview with Kim Newman, who's always very interesting and can talk at length about these things, and I'm always kind of happy to see him on these discs talking about it. There is a booklet with this as well, a 24-page booklet, which is quite interesting, but be aware there is a fault in the initial pressing of it. I think it's page 8 is blank. If you have any problems with that, you can contact Eureka and they will send you out a replacement booklet, which is great customer service. And yeah, I think Cure is one of those movies that grabs a hold of you and doesn't let go. If you take anything away from this review, is go and check out the trailer. Just see what you think of it. I'm pretty sure, like me, it's something that you will have to check out immediately. I love this movie. It's one that I'm going to think about again and again, and something I'm just going to keep going back to, I think. Not immediately. I'm going to give it a little bit of time for this thing, because it just, like I said, it got under my skin, so I want to get a bit of distance before I rewatch it again. But yeah, terrific movie. Something I think you should definitely add to your collection. If you've seen Cure, let me know in the comment box below what you thought of it, and I'll see you next time on Man vs. Film.